I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher and welcome to my sewing space. It's Monday again and we're doing make some plans. So what did I make or get up to last week? I didn't get as much sewing done as I thought. It's becoming a bit of a theme with me at the moment, this, isn't it? Maybe I'm making too many plans. Maybe I'm being a little bit too ambitious. I don't know. But things didn't go according to plan for sure this week. One thing I did definitely get done was I finished the Francesca blouse. Yay! Buttons on, buttonholes done, all good to go. So it's going to get one last little viewing and then we're going to put it to bed. Here we go. The only issue I've got with it when I put it on now, I've put all the buttons on, it's a little bit low here. So I'm going to put a cheeky little press stud on the inside there and then that cinches it in. The neckline works really well and if I get a chance I'll take some photos, but I've got a busy day today so probably not going to happen. You'll just have to make do with this version, this view, won't you? So there it is, all done. Fabric was from Higgs and Higgs, absolutely love it. And I did those cute little flutter sleeves on it rather than the cuffs. So that's the Francesca blouse finish that's part of my Cezanne collection. So that's 2 of the 5 garments done now. Getting there slowly. And then the other thing that I had on my list to do this week was the Landra dress from Itch to Stitch. There's the image of the Landra dress. I've got the pattern printed. It only arrived yesterday. God only knows where it went. So yeah, I must have known when I said, we'll see if I get this done or not. Not. And that's not going to get done next week either because I'm in Anglesey and I've got very definite plans of what I want to make. So it'll have to go on the back burner until I get back. But I really want to get that dress made up sometime soon. The other thing that I was meant to finish off were the plateau joggers to go with my toaster sweaters. And I've not done them. Well, I've got them cut out. I'll just grab them as evidence. There they are. 2 pairs of plateau joggers cut out and ready to go. And I said, oh, these are an easy made because I've made them before. I'll sew them up in tandem and I'll get them done in an afternoon. But it's not happened. I don't know why. I don't know where my head's been. But sewing has not been very good this week. Now, I'm not going to say I've lost my sojo because I haven't. I want to sew. Other things have just taken priority. So they're on the back burner as well until I get back from Anglesey. Because as I've already said, I've got very definite plans and they don't include sewing up these plateau joggers. I know that the main reason my sewing has taken a nosedive this week is because I've been knitting. I've been desperately trying to get the cardigan made up that I bought the wool for my Cezanne collection. I'm getting a bit obsessed with this Cezanne collection now. I want to get it finished. It's taking up space in my head and I need to make room for something new. Now this cardigan is that close to being finished. It just needs finishing sewing together and the buttons sewing on. So let me show you where I'm up to. There we go. There's a sleeve. That just needs sewing down there and down the bottom. And that sleeve needs sewing as well. And then I just need to put the buttons on. Just stand up then you can see. It is quite cropped. So it's going to come in there. And Steph said it's more like a jacket than a cardigan, and I suppose she's right, really. It's been knitted in the Stylecraft Colour Vibes wool, really popping that green. I'm loving the colours. I did do the pattern that I got off Etsy with the leaves up, so I'm pleased that that's worked. And I've really enjoyed knitting this. It knitted up fairly quickly because it's chunky wool, so it's on a 5.5 and 6.5 milli needles. And yeah, when it's been done, I'm hoping I'm going to get this sewn together this afternoon and I can take it down to Anglesey because it's going to be cosy and warm, isn't it? If I get a bit chilly. So that is the cardigan nearly done as part of my Cezanne collection. And can you tell? I love it. The last thing that I've been working on this week is a garment from the new So Different sewing collection. They brought out a creators collection. And there was a jacket in it that I really wanted to give a go. But I wasn't sure about the fit on it. So I've been working on a wearable toile. It's on Rita, so I'll just zoom out and then you can see. This is it. It's a raglan sleeve. And I've used some fabric that I got from Little Legs in the sale. I think I paid about £2.50 a metre for this. So it's a very wearable toile when it's done. So that's where I'm up to so far. That is the collar that folds in, so it's not as big. And then it just has two press studs on the front. Now it's a lined jacket. So this is the lining, all sewn together. So I've got quite a bit of it done. All I've got to do is sew the lining into the jacket. So I've got that far and then I realised the pockets where I've sewn them on are going to be too low down because I'd shortened the length in the jacket being a midget. And I shortened it here, so it brought the raglans up because they were coming out quite low down near my waist for some strange reason. I know it's meant to be a baggy jacket, but I didn't want it quite that voluminous. So I've taken an inch out here and then a couple of inches out here. Use the markings on the pattern for the pockets, but when I put the lining in and I've looked at where I pinned it in, fortunately, and looked at where it's going to turn up, it is a crop jacket and it's going to be there. So that pocket is too low down, so I have to undo the pockets and take them up a bit or just have smaller pockets. I might have to go with a bit smaller pocket because if I move that up, it's up under, the pocket's going to be here, which is too high up, isn't it? So maybe I'll just keep the pockets where they are. It's good to talk things through, isn't it? Keep the pockets where they are, but make them a little bit shallower. Midget size for a midget. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, easy. So really enjoying making that one. But again, something that's not finished. So I've finished the Francesca blouse. I've cut out the plateau joggers. They're not finished. And I've almost finished the cardigan. That's not finished. It's like a week of unfinished garments. That's why I feel like I've not got anything done. Now I've gone through it, I've actually done quite a bit this week, but just not finished off very much. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm feeling like I'm not getting very far. But not far to go on all those garments, and then that's a load of them done. Well, apart from the plateaus, I've not even started sewing them, have I? So they're my makes from this week. The other thing that I want to tell you about before I move on to my plans is a bit of a confession. I used a long, long time ago to buy the Guthrie and Garney Sewing Society kits. They were really good for me. You get sew along hints and tips, not a sew along video with them, and they help me get back into sewing. So I would strongly recommend anybody who's new to sewing to dip your toe in. They're not cheap, but you learn a lot from the garments that they put in their kits. Anyway, they decided they were doing a special kit, and I got sucked in, and I forgot to show it you. So I'll show it you today. Here it is. It comes in not very exciting box, but that is compensated when you open it up and the way it's packaged. This is the fabric. It's been, just put the box down there out of the way. Here's the fabric. It's been specially printed for Guthrie and Garney. It's a viscose crepe. It's absolutely buttery soft. But I've kept this in the box because it is quite on the thin side and not really suitable in my mind for autumn winter. It's not warm enough for me. So I am thinking I will keep, because I did think about selling the kit and then I've changed my mind again. I'm going to keep it for spring when the weather starts getting a bit warmer. I'm loving the colours. So that's the fabric that you get. So you also get all your notions, including your thread, your needles. Oh, there's some elastic there, so I must need elastic for the garment I'm going to be making. And a piece of lightweight interfacing as well. So a kit, everything you need to make that garment is in the box. And the dress comes as a printed pattern, and it's the Maya Celtis dress from Deer and Doe. I'll pop some images of it up there. And it was the dress that drew me in, because I thought, in that fabric, this is going to look absolutely beautiful. And I'll put a stock image of Lauren wearing hers in the colourway that I've chosen, because it is beautiful. Now, I'll be honest, I did think the fabric was going to be a bit thicker than it is. And that's my fault for not reading the details, because it does tell you in the details that it's a lightweight fabric. I just got so excited because these kits sell out so fast that I was just gobsmacked that I managed to get my hands on one. Now, their images, they're wearing them with tights and boots for winter. And some people will be happy with that weight of fabric on them in the winter. Me, no. I'm in my ponties and me needle cords and me knit fabrics, things that keep me warm. And that's not going to keep me warm. So I'm going to put mine to one side to make up for the spring when I will get more wear out of it. But I'm keeping the kit. I'm definitely keeping the kit now, because I love the fabric and I love the dress. It was just that it wasn't suitable for the sort of weather we've got at the moment. So I'm going to put it on one side and come back to it probably after Christmas, when I'm starting to think about lighter weight garments. I haven't bought any fabric this week. Winner. I've been really tempted quite a few times, I've got to tell you. And I am that close today to placing an order with Higgs and Higgs. I'm really trying not to, but it's not working. They've got 15% off everything in the store today only. And I will pop the voucher code below that you need to use. and get 15% off, but it is only until midnight today. So what fabrics have I been really tempted by? Only two. So I may cave and get them. The first one is this beautiful olive green with, whether it's a camo or a bit of an animal print on it. And I really, really like that to make a dress. And then the other fabric that I've seen and I've lusted after for quite a while, they had it in last winter and I resisted. And it's this knit fabric. How gorge is that? I don't know whether to go for the one with the circles on or the one that's the chevrons. Or I might get some of both because I have seen people. Oh, I'm hatching a plan now. It's a Marlowe cardigan. It just screams it to me. And I'm thinking now that the white circle one as the main body of the cardigan, and then the chevron fabric for the borders, the cuffs, and the band. Ooh, that might look very nice indeed. Let me know if you've bought some of that fabric in the past. Let me know what it's like. Does it wash nice? Does it last? Does it bobble? It looks like it's really, really good quality fabric. I saw it at the Knitting and Stitch show last year and I was thinking, if they've got some this year when I go to Harrogate, which is in a few weeks' time, I'll definitely buy some. But then I'm thinking they're not going to have the 15% off, so that would be silly, wouldn't it? So maybe I need to order it and class it as part of my fabrics for Harrogate that I'm just buying early because it's more cost effective. Does that sound convincing? What do you think? I think I might have to do it. Right, enough about fabrics and my lustings after them. As I said, tomorrow I go down to Anglesey with Steph and we're doing another sewing retreat. We're doing it with a little bit of a twist this time. And it's all going to be so different patterns. They've brought out a new pattern range called the Creators Collection. And Laura very, very kindly sent me some free PDFs of the patterns to try. So I totally appreciate that. I was made up. You just won't believe how happy I was when she sent me that message. So to do them justice, Steph and I are going down to Anglesey together. We're going to be a bit of a divide and conquer. And we're going to try a few of the patterns out. And I'll just go through what I'm hoping I'll get done because these are my plans for next week. And hopefully we'll keep on track. They're all in project bags because I'm taking them down to Anglesey. And this bag has got a toaster sweater and a Nico top. The Nico top's going to be in this, which is a viscose jersey that Steph and I got from Abercarnes. And then the toaster is going to be a two-way garment, two-tone garment in this cream and sage green spotted cord with a little bit of stretch to it. So it's a stretch cord, possibly. So the body's going to be in the cream, and then the cuffs, the neckband, and the waistband are going to be in the green. Sticking with my spotty fabric, I've also cut it out into the cassette dress. There's the cassette dress. The body is going to be done in the green. And then the sleeves, the neckband, The sleeves and the neckband and the back placket, because it's got buttons on the back, are all in cream. And then I might do a little cuff on the cream sleeve in the green. We'll see. But I'm excited to do that. It's one of their new patterns, and we'll talk in more detail about it when Steph and I are together in Anglesey. Project number 3, I did say these were also different, is going to be their Hepworth pinafore. I have been searching for a pinafore dress for I don't know how long. I didn't want one that was cinched in at the waist, but I didn't want one that made me look like a sack. I was wearing a sack. And I'm hoping this one's going to fit the bill because it's got some princess seam shaping in it, which I think will cinch it in and make it a little bit more fitted. It crosses over at the back and it's going to be super cute. So I've got some mustard denim and I'm going to use some of my dark navy denim from the Beyond the Pink Door subscription box and make the Hepworth pinafore in those. Last but not least, I am using my Beyond the Pink Door denim just in the nick of time because I got a message today saying my box is on the way. So I need to get these done while I'm away, and then when I get back, I'll be able to open the new box, won't I? So these are going to be the Osborne dungarees. There's the Osbornes. And it's going to be in the Beyond the Pink Door denim. Now, I'm going to set myself a little bit of a challenge. Where it's got the band across the top of these dungarees, I want to do a little bit of machine embroidery. First time on a garment. No pressure. So I'm going to have a look at that this afternoon and you'll see how I get on with it when we get back from Anglesey. So that's everything. I've got all my projects all done, all cut out, all put in project bags with all the notions that they need. And I just need to start getting everything ready. Steph is driving down, so I need to get all my stuff that I want to take with me into the hall this afternoon, and then when she turns up tomorrow morning, it's all there ready to go. Now, I don't need to pack many clothes because if you remember last time I went down, I brought all my fabric back in my case and left my clothes down there. But I'll have to take a couple of outfits just in case, because the weather has changed quite a bit since I went down there, although it is meant to be quite dry next week. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get some nice walks in as well as lovely sewing. We are going to call at Abercarn's on the way down. We have no willpower whatsoever. We weren't doing. And then Steph came over for the patterns so she could take them and cut them out yesterday morning, and she said, I've just realised I need a zip. And I went, what for? The dungarees. I said, oh, so can we? And she only asked us once, can we just nip into Abercarn's? And I said, do you really think we're just going to nip in? Literally go in, buy one zip and come out? Not a cat in hell's chance. And since she said that, I've been thinking I don't want to buy any more dressmaking fabric. Famous last words. But what I do quite want to do when I'm there, they have a really good quilting section of quilting cottons. And when I finished my embroidery course, I want to do another heirlooms course, and it is for their, I think it's called the Cosmo or Cosmos, might be Cosmos, I don't know, anyway. And it's a quilt, and you create a quilt. I'll put an image of it up here and then you can see what I'm talking about. You create this quilt, not embroidery, using all the different stitches and feet, etc., that are on the creative icon machine, which I've got, and it makes you learn your machine and the potential of your machine instead of you just using it on a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch or the odd blind hem and buttonhole. There's so much more to that machine, and this course to make this quilt is going to take me through everything that the machine can do. So I'm quite keen to do that course once I've finished the embroidery one, which I'm getting on with quite well. I've not got any more done this week. I've had a rest, but I'm going to carry on when I get back from Anglesey, and I reckon a couple of weeks after I get back, I'll have it all finished. So I'm thinking of taking a list of the fabric. I'm thinking I'll take a list of the fabrics that I need to make the Cosmos quilt, and then when I finish my embroidery course, it'll all be there all ready to go, and it'll stop me buying more dressmaking fabric, and I'll be buying something that I was going to buy anyway. What do you think? Can try, can't I? I can try, and that's all I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to make a list of the colours, because I've got quilting fabrics, but they're all quite heavily patterned fabrics, and this quilt course lends itself more to plain colours or very minimal, something with a very small print on it. So I'm going to make a list of what I need, and that's what I'm going to get from Abercarn's when we go tomorrow. Right, I'm going to go and get packing, and I will see you on the other side. There will be a vlog out on Thursday that I'm going to record probably after this one, because I haven't got any time otherwise, and it's going to be all about cardigans with a twist. I like layering up. I like nice snuggly warm cardigans, but they can be a bit boring, can't they? So I've been on the hunt for some patterns that have got a little bit of a difference to them. So if that's something you're interested in, that's going to be going live on Thursday. And I will see you on the other side next Monday, when you will see what Steph and I got up to in Anglesey and how we got on with the sew different patterns. So have a lovely sewing week. Give yourself some time to yourself. It's great for our mental health to sit and sew or do whatever craft it is that you like doing. Mine, obviously, last week was knitting, and I will see you all soon. Love you loads. Take care.